Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just driving back down south from Keegan's and it's been so lovely, guys. I've had the weekend off, as I'm sure you know, because the last two videos have been pre-recorded videos. I've just had an enjoyable weekend with Keegan, with the kids. It's just been really nice, relaxing. Well, it has parts of it have been relaxing, parts of it have also been really, really busy. But yeah, had a lovely time and it was just really nice to have 2 days of not having to worry about filming. Obviously, I still had to edit and do all those things, designing thumbnails, titles, doing the video releases and everything, but I didn't have to film, which was so nice. But back on it now, back filming, and I'm gonna be in London now for 10 days, which is amazing. I haven't had a long stint like that in London for months. It's been months. I'm really, really excited. I've got so much on this week. It's obviously Monday today. I've got 3 brand deals. I'm working with 3 brands at the moment, and I've got, I think, all 3 of them to do tomorrow. One of them is actually quite exciting, but I can't really talk about it yet, but it involves people coming to my house. So yeah, that'll be fun. Then Thursday I'm out all day with Leah, so we're going to be filming for our UK channel. We're going to be doing some Christmassy London videos for our UK channel, and then we've got a meeting at 2:30, and then we've got a dress rehearsal for a speaking gig that we're doing at YouTube, and then in the evening at about 6 o'clock we go live. We'll be teaching new YouTubers how they can earn a living from YouTube. Really fun. We really enjoy doing those and talking about our experience and basically being a bit like YouTube consultants. And I'm like, how can I do more of this? This is fun. And then Saturday, Keegan's coming down to London and he'll be staying until Tuesday. But then next week he'll be coming back down on Thursday because we're going to the Ideal Home Show Christmas show thing. Basically a big convention where you can go and buy Christmas decorations and things. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I've got a fun few days. I'll be in London for a good while now. I'm gonna get back on top of it, back on top of my fitness, my diet, everything, because everything's in my control now. I can go to my gym, I can eat my food, not be tempted by Keegan's biscuit tin. By the way, if you haven't heard, I do have a new tier on this channel called Health is Wealth, which is where from now on I talk about all things to do with fitness, diet, things like that, because I don't want to trigger anyone on this channel. I know not everyone is interested in that, but equally I know quite a few people are interested in that and they ask me lots of questions. So yeah, I'm going to be filming another video for that tier this week. But yeah, check it out if you're interested in health and well-being. It's very foggy today, guys. Very, very foggy. I've arrived back, guys. That was actually the fastest trip I've ever done. Just under 4 hours. It was great. The roads were really clear. I don't know why. Anyway, I've just put a wash on. I've got some dirty washing to do and I need to take down this clean washing. I'm thinking, guys, of getting a airer that's heated. People in the UK are going crazy about them at the moment. Obviously, we do have dryers. Like, I always grew up with a dryer. I think lots of Americans do tend to think that Brits don't have dryers. It's not that we don't have them. It's just that mostly I think we are happy to just put it out drying like this. But yeah, I grew up with a tumble dryer, so it's not that we don't have them. However, like in this house, we don't have the room for a dryer and it's expensive to run. So I've known some friends get some of these that have basically like a tent over them and it pumps it full of heat and it dries your clothes in like an hour. It only costs like 4 pence per hour or something ridiculously cheap, but I don't know if I'll get one or not. I am actually gonna have this little toasted little piece of bread. Yeah, I'm quite hungry after that road trip, so yeah, I'll just have a light lunch and then have a big dinner later on. Anyway, the vlog that went out last night was one that I pre-filmed where I went to get Botox in my armpits from Dr. Tony. And it's probably my fault for not explaining it. I kind of assumed that everyone knew why I was getting Botox in my armpits because I've got it done a few times before and vlogged it. Yeah, I can't be too annoyed. However, the comments did wind me up a bit this morning because lots of comments being like, oh, you're so silly for getting that done. Oh, how vain, it's just a bit of sweat. Oh, all these things. And I'm like, I had to deal with it all the first time round, but I just naively thought that everyone already knew why. So for those that don't understand why, I have something called hyperhidrosis. I don't have the most severe form of hyperhidrosis, but I have hyperhidrosis, which basically is excessive sweating. So you sweat without doing anything. So I have never been able to wear grey until a couple of years ago when I started getting Botox in my armpits. Even just walking to the shops really slowly, massive sweat patch. Just sat here chatting to you guys. After about 20 minutes, I'd get a sweat patch. Like, literally, I'd be sweating from doing absolutely nothing, let alone if I was nervous. So for example, going to a voiceover booth, I'd always have to wear black, and I still wear black now just in case, because I get so nervous coming out of the voiceover booth and being soaked in sweat. So yeah, it's a medical condition. Botox is a legit remedy for it. Doctors, hospitals, they prescribe and advise getting Botox in your armpits if you suffer with hyperhidrosis. It's not vain. I know we tend to think of Botox as injecting your face, and it's a really vain thing and you don't need it. That must be why it's just annoying when you genuinely have a medical condition that you're really happy with getting fixed, and you're really like, this thing has really changed my life, and then people are calling me silly, vain, stupid, like, what a waste of time, money, da 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 da. It's just a bit annoying. Lesson to everyone watching, if you are one of those people, maybe think before you speak, because now you look stupid. Right, here we go. Anyone who suffers with hyperhidrosis out there will get it. When I say it's changed my life, like, they understand how horrible it is to sweat and get sweat patches in every single outfit that you're wearing, no matter what you're doing. Even if you're sat having a coffee with a friend in a coffee shop and you're just sweating for no reason. Yeah, it's really horrible. But if you do suffer with hyperhidrosis, I really, really, really recommend Botox. It's not the cheapest thing to get for your armpits, but it's painless. It's like so effective, and it's not harmful in any way. People tend to think that if you block your sweat glands from your armpits, you'll sweat more elsewhere. That's not true. And I'm living proof of that. That is just categorically not true. Anyway, time to eat. Time to unpack. But at least I won't be repacking for another 10 days, which I know some people is like, oh, that's no time at all. But for me, that's a luxury. Just made myself a coffee, guys. I am knackered. I've just been laying on my bed sorting out some emails on my phone, and then Keegan called, so I was having a chat with him. But I have just lost all energy. I have nothing to talk about. My plan was to get back and do one of those, you know, arriving home vlogs that I did a few weeks ago, where I got sorted, I did my washing, I unpacked, I cleaned, I took Ava for a walk, I did this, that. I just have nothing to say. It's one of those days. I think, guys, I'm starting to get burnt out. I think it's happening. I knew it would happen with Vlogvember, because it happened when I did Vlogvember in 2020. However, I've had a good stint of like 13, 14 days of not getting burnt out. Now it's starting to hit me, I think. However, I'm gonna power through. I don't know if you can tell, guys, but it's 5 to 3 and the sun is already setting over there. Crazy. I absolutely love it though, guys, and I'm not 30 seconds out of the house yet, and already I feel a little bit better for getting some fresh air and just looking at the beautiful sun setting in the sky, and a blue sky as well, which is nice. It's my favourite weather in autumn, winter, when it's blue skies and sunny and cold. And it's not cold enough for me at the moment. Lots of people have commented on the fact that I am regularly just in a t-shirt, and it's mid-November. It's, I think, the hottest November on record here in England, I think, from what I've heard, and it's annoying. I want it to be freezing cold. I want to be bundled up, although this is the first time I've whacked my wellies out since February maybe, so yeah, I'm chuffed that I'm wearing wellies. So for those who are like, oh, I can't believe this is London, this is London. So yes, you get a beautiful park, but you also get basically a motorway right in the middle of it, like that. So we go under here. Ava. This always reminds me of Harry Potter. I'm half expecting Dementors to come flying down here. That's always the worst part of the walk, because sometimes I worry about Ava. If she was to run onto the motorway. Come on. Ava, this way. Right, we've just arrived back. This little one is in the bath. She actually jumps in the bath herself. I vlogged this years ago when she was first a puppy, and I basically trained her with the word bath time. And when I say bath time, she runs into the bathroom and jumps straight in the bath. She's such a good girl, aren't you? Thank you for lifting up your leg. Ugh. I just finished wiping Ava down, and I heard her barking at the front door. So I was like, oh great, my Asda delivery is bang on time. It's 4 o'clock and my groceries should be here between 4 and 5. Answered the door and it wasn't. It's actually some products for a brand deal I'm doing at the moment. Oh, my washing's finished. I need to hang that up and put another load on. I need to change these bulbs. Seeing as I don't have a lot to say today and I've got to do lots of chores, I thought, why don't I answer some more of those questions from that Q&A where I cried, lol. Because there were so many questions, and so I thought I'd dip back into those and do it while I'm doing some chores. How much more expensive is it owning your own home than renting, and is it worth it? Obviously you have to put a big chunk of a deposit down when you buy, so yeah, in that sense it is expensive. If you're talking about running costs, I mean, my mortgage currently, before we move to our next one, our mortgage was half of what I was paying when I was renting. So in that sense, it is better. And even now with the mortgage rates going up, we're going to be paying, from January, we're going to be paying double what we're currently paying. But even with that, it's still less than what we were paying when we were renting. So yeah, it's worth it in that sense. Obviously, it gets more expensive when things break, because no longer do I have a landlady to call and say, hey, can you fix this? So like when the boiler's broken, or you know, when we wanted to redecorate or whatever, it's all of our own expense. But I'd say it's definitely worth it. We've had our house valued and it's already increased by a ridiculous amount. I think I've already told you guys. So in that sense, I would say yes, it's definitely worth buying. That's if you can afford it. I know not everyone can, and I'm very, very blessed to be able to afford this. And I wouldn't be able to afford without buying with Lucy. And equally, Lucy wouldn't be able to afford without buying with me. So yeah, it's basically impossible to buy on your own in London, unless you're on like 250k a year. Someone said, ever date someone with kids before, and what's that been like for you? So yeah, obviously Keegan has kids, and most of my questions were to do with that, to be honest. Sorry, the framing of this is terrible, but whatever. I have dated someone else in the past that's also had a child. I actually quite like it, because usually if a guy has a child, they're a bit more mature, they've got their life sorted, they're a bit settled. I just feel like lots of guys that I've dated in the past who are, you know, young, like my age, and didn't have kids, were like, oh, one day I want to move to Spain and I want to travel the world and I want to do this and I want to do that, and that is so not my vibe. I'm like, I'm all for going on holiday, but I don't want to travel the world. I'm happy here. And I find that the two guys I've dated that have had kids, Keegan being one of them, they're a lot more settled. They've got their life, you know, sorted. And I'm sure they would say themselves, both of those guys, that they haven't. But yeah, I prefer it. This is interesting. Someone says, what's your thoughts for creators and YouTube 2023? Now, I think YouTube's going through a funny time. Obviously, it's competing now with Instagram and TikTok particularly. And they're releasing YouTube Shorts, which I've been releasing shorts every single day for the last few months. I think it's a crucial time for YouTube. Gone are the days where YouTube had the monopoly on, sorry, these are my underpants. Gone are the days where YouTube had the monopoly on all online content. You know, now people are mainly on TikTok, and YouTube, I think, has lost lots of viewers because of that. However, they are fighting back, and I do think YouTube will win in the end. Come February, YouTube will be paying their creators for the shorts that they make, so you can earn money. At the moment, I can only earn money from these long videos. From February, I can earn money from my shorts as well. That means TikTok need to pull their finger out, because they are still not paying their creators in a fair way. They have a creator fund, but that's completely different to advertising revenue. And that means that lots of TikTokers will come over to YouTube to start posting on YouTube Shorts, which means TikTok might start struggling. So I don't know, I'm excited. I love YouTube. Even if this didn't earn me money, I'd still do it because I just really enjoy it. I predict that next year YouTube will really double down on all the short form content, and hopefully we'll see the viewership return for longer content as well. Oh, my Asda shop's here.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's okay, thank you. They don't half rush you guys. It's all sat over here. I need to unpack that. So let me just do all that. Right, let's get this wash on quickly, and then I can unpack all that stuff. This person says, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate your faith in humanity, with 1 like 0 being worst, 10 being best. I had this discussion with someone the other day because they thought I was being really negative, because I was like, I think people are inherently bad, and like, hopefully all of us can just be good. But they were like, no, I think we're all inherently good, and da 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 da. My faith in humanity is like, if 0 is worst, it's probably a 4. I know that there are lots of lovely people out there. I'm one of them, guys. And you watching this unless you're a troll. You're one of them as well. But I just think, I don't know, people are, I don't know. I guess I experience the worst of humanity as well, so I'm like, nah. I just prefer animals, guys. Animals don't let you down, except when they die. Animals are cute, animals don't do anything wrong. I just prefer animals to humans. And I'm one of these sick people, I know, where if I saw someone punch a human being, I'd just be like, ooh, that's not nice, but okay. If I saw someone punch a dog, I'd burst into tears, / get really angry. And it's like, that's not right. I should be more indignified, is that the word? Or indignant at human beings being hurt. And I am, it's bad if human beings are being hurt, but I'm like, if that was an animal, I'd care 10 times more. Anyway, let me know if you relate. Right, the frozen stuff. I've got 3 frozen ice creams. 2 are Oppo. They're basically, all of these are low calorie, high protein ice creams. An emergency pizza, if you know, you know. Oh, all of my yogurts, guys. It's just so much easier getting your food shop delivered. I mean, I always forget something, and I don't forget as much when I'm in the store physically. So it does come with downsides, but like days like today where I've got loads of stuff to crack on with, it's just easier for me to get it all delivered. I'm trying to wean off Pepsi Max, guys, but you wouldn't know it, would ya? I'm gonna have a gin and tonic in a minute, guys. Good girl, you want your dinner, don't you? 3 packs of chicken sausages, tofu, and a whole bunch of tender stem broccoli. Which, guys, whenever I talk about tender stem broccoli or show it, I get Americans going, that's asparagus. And I'm like, no, it's not. Asparagus is something completely different. Like, this is tender stem broccoli. Americans, you must have this. Surely you do. I mean, we have the normal broccolis, like heads of broccoli. Like, this isn't uncommon, like this is normal. It's long stem broccoli. I feel like Americans must have it, but anytime I talk about it, I get viewers going, no, that's actually called asparagus. And I'm like, no, we've got asparagus as well. That's not asparagus. I feel like I only changed these like a year ago. Like, why are they broken already? There we go. Ah, that didn't hurt, but my reaction was to go, ah. I'm such a drama queen. Guys, I don't know if I've told you, but I'm absolutely, oh, I'm gonna keep that for my G&T. I'm absolutely obsessed with candles at the moment. Right, let's finish off this gin. One of my lovely viewers, Christy West, sent me this strawberry gin a while back now, and yeah, I think there's 1 portion left of it, so I'm gonna have that now. I'm also, this is good because I do need to drink some of the stuff from the bar, because Lucy and our bar has been big for a long time, and as you can see, we've started to make a little dent in it, but there's all sorts in here, and I want to kind of decrease the amount of alcohol that we have in the house, because that is pointless. That's just wasted stuff. I don't have enough friends around to do that. So I have been taking some alcohol to friends and family when I go there. I'm like, here you go. Just to get rid of it. And that is the end of this vlog, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. It's free, and I can see that about 50% of you that are watching are not subscribed. So why? Just click subscribe. It's easy. And don't forget, my family holiday video is up on my memberships page, ready for everyone to watch. If you'd like to become a member or see the options, click join next to subscribe, and it will tell you about the tiers and what they include. But anyway, that is it. I am just waiting for my food to cook, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.